be able kwa shule za wasichana kuperform well katika university in science subjects. First, mpaka to equip girls schools to compete the best boys schools we have in the country. Because utakuta kwamba boys schools so well equipped in terms of laboratories and everything. They are equal people in thinking. All those in fact girls are more bright than our fellow boys. But the problem is we have equipped better those schools, boys schools. Two, also we must talk to them. Because we have to advise them. What they feel they are inferior, they are not. They must be well motivated by those who have already succeeded. Women who have already worked and succeeded in those fields to be brought here and become their role models. So that is the best way to do. Thirdly, we must also see how better these girls have extra duties at home than boys. When a boy and a girl go home the evening, if it's a day school, you realize that msichana anaenda maji, anakuja kupika, anatafuta kuni, anaenda kwa tinga, the boy has time to sit and study. So we also have to look at the roles and the time and opportunity and space to give to the girls for purposes of them to perfect where they are. When the ministry finds a way, when the ministry ikianza kuona watoto wanalalamika, they must always be swinging in very fast. They delay to swing in that institute. If they came in very fast, they will have saved that girl ambaye alipigwa risasi. Also the police overusing the powers of the gun. The gun is for criminals. The gun is not meant for girls. The gun is not meant for boys in schools. The guns are meant for bad animals and bad criminals. It's very wrong to misuse the firearms on that day. That girl was armless. She was just saying what this doesn't want, and she was to be heard by any means. So the IG must explain to us what was the circumstance that led to that death, because that askari was not in danger. We must arrest that Kalibudi mwenye alishoot. We must find out what becomes of that. Families are losing kids. We don't want to go that direction. And I also want the government to explain the 600 bodies that are in the mortuaries in Nairobi. You cannot tell me that you cannot explain bodies in the mortuaries. Over 600 bodies in the mortuaries in Nairobi were taken there by the police. A police cannot just pick a person on the road they don't know. And when they go to write, they must be writing the right particulars. The police must give us the particulars of the bodies they have taken to mortuaries. Some of those bodies in the mortuaries must have been the massacre process that took place during the Gen Z strikes. So we must be told, kuna watoto wana miss in families. Families that are missing their kids must get to know and get the bodies, because they have decomposed bodies. It requires a DNA to test. 600 is a mass. In fact, it should be called an international massacre for the 600 bodies. We must know where are those bodies. When the police took the bodies into the mortuary, you must first state where you took the body. You must first explain the date of, maybe it was a road accident or it was from mob justice. They must be having the data. So the police have a reason to explain to us those 600 bodies that are done. More of the bodies are girls. That is a problem. We must find out actually what caused those deaths. Things that we will have even handled instead of the impeachment. Instead of dealing with impeachment, MPs could have seen that in fact it was a hurry. What is the hurry for moving from NHIF to SHIF or SHAF? You see, they explained to us. There is, and in fact, you cannot just, and you see even some people lost jobs. Actually, from NHIF to SHIF, some people lost jobs. And then data was lost. And that's not even the major reason. The other thing that we lost in this country is eduafia. You realize that these kids, these schools, when they were sick during the UPI and eduafia time, they were just being taken to hospital, they are treated, the insurance pays the money, they come back to school. When eduafia was removed, some students were on dialysis, even some were outside this country on dialysis. The insurance stopped, and the parents were to pay from India. Some parents were going to pay as much as 2 million in India. So let us prioritize the people's issues. That is the only thing I can say. In fact, those people who have given services, the hospitals that provided services are in demand of billions of money on NHIF and you want to remove it. When you remove NHIF, it has not paid Bungoma West Hospital something like 12 million. It has not been paid. And you are rolling it out. You bring a new body. You know legally, Bungoma West cannot go and sue SIF. He can't sue because it's a different body. He will need to sue NHIF, which is deleted. So those are the challenges we're asking ourselves. So there are so many things we can handle as a country and as a parliament. Those are the nitty-gritty things we must be handling as parliament, not impeachment.